In the shadows, there lurks someone who wants to kill you. I am warning you because I want you to know that someone is me. I want to kill you more than anything in this world. I want to see you die. Why do I want to kill you? That's a fair question, but I don't want to answer that. It's enough that I want you to know that I want to kill you. You don't need to know why. When do I want to kill you? That's easy. All the time. When am I going to kill you? That's another matter entirely. I haven't decided yet. I may not know until I do it. That way, I can claim temporary insanity. You don't know who I am. You don't know where I come from. You don't know anything about me. But now you know who I really am. I am a murderer and a fiend. I am your worst nightmare. I am the fear that lurks in the shadows. How do I plan to kill you? Now, that would be telling. Just think of the most horrible death you can imagine. I promise I will go you one better. You have my word. Do you think being burned alive is an awful way to die? For me, that's nothing. Do you cringe at the thought of being eaten alive? To me, that's child's play. What I have in mind for you is so unthinkable, so grotesque, so chilling that I dare not even whisper it aloud. It scares me, and sometimes I wonder if I'm depraved enough to carry it out, but of course I am. My childhood was lonely. My parents abandoned me. I never had any friends. Nobody cared about me. I grew to hate the world and everybody in it. I used to lock myself in my room and dream of ways to kill every person I met. Then I got older and realized I could make my dreams come true. Doctors and psychiatrists examined me. They told me I was insane. They told me I was just hopelessly mad, and maybe they were right. But in this world, you have to be mad just to go on living sanely. They tried to lock me up in an asylum. I fooled them all. As soon as their backs were turned, I escaped, and I've been on the run ever since. I changed my name. I changed my face. I blended in with all the other poor slobs who stumble through this life. What will become of your body when I kill you? I don't know. I don't really care. When I strike, the unspeakable atrocities I will perpetrate on your helpless body will be enough to make a corpse turn red with shame. But don't worry, you won't see any of that, because when I finally kill you, you won't have any eyes. And now, I'm waiting for you, just as you're waiting for me. I live for your death, and you must live forever in fear of me. It could happen in 1 second, 1 minute, or 1 hour. I may wait a week, a month, maybe even a year. At any moment I could come for you. There is nowhere you can feel safe, not in the comfort of your own bed, not in the privacy of your own shower, not at a school or at your job, not at work or at play, not where you eat or even where you shop, not even where you pray. No matter where you are, I am always chasing you. I am always on your trail, always over your shoulder, always at your heels. Now you know what true fear really is. So look for me whenever you walk down a deserted alley. Glance behind yourself. I am the fear that lurks in the shadows, and you cannot hide from me, because sooner or later, I'm going to kill you. It's just a matter of time. In recent weeks, a rash of murders has swept the city. Police are calling it the work of a serial killer, but when questioned about this statement, police spokesman Daniel Garfield refused to comment. All authorities will say at the moment is that each victim received a voicemail minutes before they were killed. saying, quote, "Be careful." Once again, be careful. Police are still investigating the events and ask that anyone with any information about these murders contact them immediately. You shut off the TV, sick of bad news for the night. A glance at the clock on the DVR tells you that it's 4 minutes past 3. You sigh. Your wife won't be home for another hour at least. She's been working the night shift all week. Tired of waiting, you crawl into bed and fall asleep, thinking of the recent murders. Don't you have a friend on the police force? You should really call him sometime. Tomorrow morning, you awake next to your wife. She must have come home sometime last night. Poor thing looks dead tired. You decide to just let her sleep. Getting up and around, you flick on the radio in time to hear, "Murder struck again last night." The same message was found on the voicemail of the latest victim. Police are continuing Off again goes the radio, still raving about that serial killer. You grumble your way to the coffee machine. When the phone starts to ring, you freeze. What if? No, it couldn't be. That kind of thing happens to other people. Nonetheless, your hand shakes as you slightly reach over for the handset. You pick up the phone, your hand shaking even worse now. As the connection comes through, you hear a voice on the other end take a breath as your blood freezes in your veins. "Hey, I was wondering if you ever going to pick up. It's Jim, your friend, the one on the police force." You breathe a sigh of relief. Thank God. "Sorry, I was busy," you muttered, feeling ridiculous, not to mention slightly embarrassed for thinking it could possibly be the killer. "Listen, the force gave me the day off, so I was wondering if you wanted to go out for breakfast. Just us guys, like old times. I want to get my mind off these murders. But look, my car's in the shop, so if you could pick me up around in 10 minutes? Sure, you agree. You exchange goodbyes and hang up. It's about a 10-minute drive to his house anyways. So you scribble a hasty note to your wife and head out the door. You get held up in traffic on the way and end up arriving about 15 minutes late. You walk to the front door, mentally preparing an apology as you tap the bell. No one answers, so you ring again, wondering if you hit it fully the first time. Still receiving no answer after a third attempt, you try the doorknob. Unlocked. You twist the cold metal and step inside cautiously, calling for Jim. The smell punches you right in the gut. Slightly metallic and sickly sweet. The thick smell seems to be coming from the kitchen. Following your nose, you step into the room. The walls are painted red with what must be blood, and the floors are swimming with the stuff. Jim and his wife lay sprawled out on the floor, their chest, arms, and legs cut to pieces. You throw up, violently, staring around in horror. Then your eye catches something. A red message light blinking slowly on the phone. You don't play the message. You know what it already says. Bolting out the front door, your only thought is to get out of that house as fast as you can. Forget the cops. You just want to be away from the grisly image of your best friend lying dead on his own floor. You head to the one and only place you can think of, back home. You slam the door shut behind you. As you come in the door, tracking bloody footprints across the floor, you reach the kitchen and call for your wife, but your voice catches mid-yell. Your tracks aren't the only ones. You hear the click of the lock behind you, as your wife's voice says gently, "I just wanted you to be careful."
If you like what you heard, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you'd like to, you can follow me at Twitter. The handle is @FuzzyPantaloons, and I'll see you all next time.